Hey guys, what's up? We're getting back into Soviet Republic Workers and Resources again today. I'm sorry for the delay. I was just trying to work on some stuff and also talking to some friends, but we can be getting back into it today. I finally managed to fix my mic problems, which means I can record this new episode. So what we are working on today is setting up both our iron and our steel, which we're going to put right here. First though, we gotta get connection to the iron. It's going to be pretty important, so we're going to find a nice little spot. We're going to branch this road off, take it out this way, and then we should be able to keep going this way. And also, if you're wondering why I don't usually get that much done in last video, the main reason is because I usually record the videos for up to like 30 minutes and I don't really make cuts at all. So I'm not like recording like an hour-long video and then cutting a bunch of parts. I mean, I might try doing that, but I don't know. I'll have to see if it really changes how much longer a video is. I mean, it's definitely gonna make it longer, but I don't know if it's really gonna be that necessary. Just gonna take this up over here, and then we just need to bring our iron back. I did actually install some mods. Like, we've got a few industry mods that just add some new buildings and civil packs and stuff, as well as also better parking lots, and also these metropolis buildings. I don't know if we're gonna ever use those yet. We might. I might just run vanilla save though and not actually use any of these. It just really depends though. So we're gonna go ahead and build this, but actually I do wanna build a getty storage first. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I think I'm gonna go with 2,500, because we want to be able to store a good amount of iron ore. Then we're gonna go here and just grab. I like using the cheaper ones because it just saves you money, but for this video we're gonna use this one just because, you know, I used to use it a lot, but so we're gonna, you know, start using it again. Get this right up. We're just gonna bring this track alongside the road, so I don't have to, because this road area is already in a very nice area, in a very nice spot. I'm not having to make any tunnels or bridges, so we can just keep going this way. We're gonna bring the rail up to here, but it's really going to exit off right here, because about here is going to be where I want to put my steel mill, although, you know what, I might want to put it back here so I have more space. We're going to pull this back here, just a little more into that. Then we're going to boom and boom. Then we're also going to connect this up here, bring this up this way, and then connect that right up. And let's see here. So now, in order to get the steel though, we do have to unlock steel production, so we're gonna go ahead and start doing that. But till then, we can just keep our construction going. I'm still thinking how I'm gonna bring workers here. My first thought was train, but yeah, I think I'm gonna do train because it's pretty long distance. So it's a lot better to just build a train that takes them here. Because if I use buses, by the time they get here, it's gonna be just a while. Buses don't move that fast. The trains are just faster. Actually, I don't even need to build that. Well, I will actually just build that a little bit. But just to keep our train traffic a little better, we're gonna build some semaphores here, and We'll probably make this track 2 lines. It'll help us much better in setting up semaphores, so we have much more organized train routes. There's one thing I've always had trouble with in this game sometimes, is when the trains just get all, train lines get just all clogged up. But it's usually not that bad. Just depends on how well you can manage it. I'm gonna just build this over this way, and then this over this way. And we can do is put that there, put that there. Then if we come back down this way, we're gonna set this one here, and we're also gonna set, ooh, that's tough, that. But we do want to be able to let our trains turn up onto there, so we're gonna set this up. And look, almost getting full. But now we just need to build a train station over here. And for that, I think we're gonna build it, let's see, what's a nice spot? I would put it there, but I can't fit it, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up a train platform right in here. Then we're just gonna bring it down, probably straight. That way I can bring it down this way. And if I'm lucky, which, yep, we can just get it right in there. And then we'll put semaphore there. And we also need to bring this track this way, so we're gonna, that's a bit of trouble. Oh. Gonna have to delete those, then we're gonna bring this track back out. Yeah, sometimes setting up railways in this game can be pretty troubling. So then what we're going to do is we're going to set this up. And now we just need to, because of the lack of space, we're going to try and get to the other side of the track. So we're going to just set this up right here, and then we can keep going straight. And that'll let us continue the 2-line track. And we can also put a little thing crossing right here. Separate these. Now we have this set up. We're going to need to get a train station though. We're going to go with the long one, because I'm going to be moving a lot of stuff around. And it's just going to be much useful to have, especially later on. Actually, you know what? We could probably go about and just do a little bit of that and this. But that's, oh, that's a problem. Yeah, no, we can't. We just can't build that track. So trains will just have to enter on this railway, because then it combines those two, which does kind of suck. But we can also just go about doing that. But once again, we don't have enough room to put a semaphore, which I feel like we could, but the game doesn't want us to, so we're gonna have to just go ahead and do that. Although, let me see. We can just go about doing that. Yes. And there we go. That's that track set up. Now what we need to do is just get our trains. Here, let's reset this part up. The truck does look a little weird, but it's fine, actually. Let me... Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Sorry. Probably gonna be people coming nearby this train station, which isn't exactly what we want. Okay, I did not mean to build that. But, yeah, it's fine. Just check on our people real quick, see if they need anything. Still not fully there on research, but what we can do to speed that up is get a bunch of more university education, which means you can get much more professors, but that does cost us money, which we have kind of spent a lot of, so hopefully soon we can start exporting. And here is that. So we're gonna go ahead and go speed and find a good, nice, fast person. What do you mean? Ooh. Here we can't bring this up this way. No, we can't. So what we're gonna have to do here is set up a loop. A little loop-de-woo. Okay, well that doesn't work. But we're gonna set up this little loop-de-loop so our trains can just go right up and around. Then once that's built, our train can go straight in. Yep, there we go. We're also gonna need to build a fuel station. I almost forgot about that. I forgot that I turned fuel on. Yeah, because see, it's pretty low on fuel, so we're gonna want to fuel that right up. And go ahead and speed up time so we can research a little faster. I'm gonna put all my researchers on here, well, all my professors, even though that does mean we won't be, you know, giving anyone any learning. That's fine. It's fine. Union City. There's all these different. These don't seem very Eastern names. I mean, they might be, but I don't think Milford is a name used for Russian cities. I mean, I might be wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's American or English names. I mean, all of these are kind of in English, to be fair. They're still growing food over here. And if we check our coal mines, they're almost full. But what we're gonna do is, because the steel mill is pretty big, it takes up a lot of space, and it requires direct rail connection. Well, it doesn't require it, but it has a direct rail connection you can use to just bring stuff straight into it, which is what we're gonna do. Yep, now they're all going to the mine. Oh my god, I almost forgot to give them power supply. That would have been really bad if I just left that alone. And the coal mine was just sitting there, not doing nothing because it has no power. See if we can't just like build a junction right here. Yeah, it's a shame you can't just connect the power lines up. I mean, I can see that for high voltage, but low voltage, I mean, if you look in real life, you can see those power lines all connected. But if we just go ahead, don't really want these random city areas in the middle of nowhere. But, yep, now it's mining ore with a lot of workers. So now we're giving our people jobs, and they're not just going to the coal mines. Oh, yes, it's almost done. I swear, I was just like 30% a little bit ago. And just go ahead and watch our train. Oh, wrong button. I always like doing this to see what my city looks like from a street level. Especially in, first person. I believe I did actually, in the last video, my graphics quality was a little higher, but I think I lowered it a little bit for better performance, but you can see now the people, they're just 2D images. I might change that back because it looks kind of weird, but, we have 2D people. If you look there, it just looks like a piece of paper. We can go right back to graphics and we can turn citizen detail to normal. Now they look like actual people, and when you turn it to high, they look much better. You can set it to normal though. At least our people don't look 3D. What? Wait, no. At least our people do look 3D. We want them to look 3D. See, this train is actually traveling quite fast, but that's probably because I'm in... Like, if you look normally, this thing's traveling very slow. I mean, it's going 120 kilometers per hour. Why do I have that set to kilometers? That is not what I'm good at. Where's the metrics? Where you... Ah. Now I can actually tell how fast it's going. I mean, it's going 74 miles per hour. That's not that bad. But, you know, it just looks like it's kind of going slow. But if we hit it to faster speeds, it's going like pretty much 500. That's a lot of people. Because, I mean, even 20 miles per hour looks pretty fast. I guess I just used faster speed a lot, so I don't usually get to see the normal speeds of things. But while we're ready for that research to do, since we don't have much else to do, we can just watch this train ride. Maybe we can set it to faster speed. That's something I just like doing, watching my vehicles. One of my favorites though are usually just the trains and planes. Cars can also be fun, especially if you have, you know, big cities. It can be fun to watch your cars drive around. This game is very in detail, which is one of my favorite parts about it. Which is one of my favorite city builders in general. It has very good detail. I think we can about start raising our population a little bit. First though, we're gonna go ahead and just add a new bus stop right here. We can go to our lines, we can go to our buses. We can give them this new stop. So now our civilians can be moving around. God, does that work? It does work. It's been a while since I played the save. I mean, I've been playing this game a little bit recently, but I never really got the chance to record anything. Because I just wasn't, I didn't have the right area. But I can actually finally record now since I've got the opportunity to, so I'm taking it. Mostly just because it was a little loud around where I am, so I didn't really have a good chance. But we got that chance now. Go ahead and build some more houses right in here. Yeah, most of these starting houses aren't that good. Like this only has 157 people. But once you start getting to these buildings, especially like these guys, you get like 180, 165, and then you get these giant buildings that have 252, And then there's also modded buildings you have, which have like, you know, there's a really good one. Yeah, this one has about like 4,000 people in it, but it's really tall. But that Metropolis pack is a very fun one. I would definitely recommend it if you play this game and you see the Metropolis. If you go to the workshop, you can find the Metropolis pack, because it adds very, very nice buildings that I would definitely recommend using. I mean, it can get laggy sometimes. I don't know if it's because of the buildings, just the amount of people that you have in, or if it's just the buildings in general. But I had a save, creative save with Sandbox, where I built one of the, a little city out of those Metropolis things. Not just the Metropolis things, though, of course, but, it was kind of, you know, it was a little bit weird, because when I looked at my main capital in that save, it just got very laggy. Where's our fire station? Oi, fire trucks, where are you? Because these fire trucks are actually... We don't have a nearby fire station, so I'm gonna build a small one right here. So when we get fires within this area, because this is where I plan on putting most of my industry. I don't even need a ladder, we could just do 2 fires. I don't know why I built a ladder. The ladder's not even as good. I guess it just looks nice. I don't know if the ladder... I don't actually know if the ladder trucks do anything special in this game. I mean, they might. Like, maybe they're better with taller buildings, but... You know, I don't know. Drinking alcohol. Now that we got more civilian capacity, we can build more buildings and have much more things. We're gonna just get a lot more university education so we can get research a lot faster. Let's see. The main buildings I really want to get to, though, are things like these guys, which have 593 civilian capacity. Those are really good ones, but of course, you know, this building is a little bit expensive, even when you build it yourself, because you need a lot of prefab panels, and also, well, I mean, you're not really paying for it, and you are building it yourself, but then it's just expensive in terms of resources, because you have to get a lot of prefab panels. One of my favorite things to do with my cities, though, is use these low-quality rural flats on the outskirts of my cities, because I like to have cities that build up and up and up, just like real-life cities, and then I like, you know, on the outskirts I'll use these things, because then it looks like a small, like, more neighborhood-ish area. We're gonna put more into this concrete utilization, but now we can actually build our steel mill. The steel mill isn't that big. Honestly, I could probably just put it right here, but I also want to put other buildings right here, because there are other buildings that consume coal. So I want to make our coal connection steady. Because I'm not going to be using trains to bring coal to this building. I'm going to simply just connect it with Argetti's, because it's very close. I don't think I need a train for that. But we do need to bring it around front, so I'm gonna try and put this in a way that I can still get my trains through. So we're gonna just build a little bit of that. Let's see, can I... We can do this, and then we can... No, that's not gonna work. Connection is too low, so what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to do this. Then we can... Wait a minute. Oh, we can just go ahead and do that. Oh, that works. Then we'll... go ahead and do that. Give this guy some road connection, and now we just need to get civilians to this. So hopefully that means, yeah, they can reach it. We're also gonna need to buy a steel train, so we're gonna go to speed. We're gonna find the fastest, because this guy is fast, but these are passenger trains. We don't want passenger trains. We want something like this, which goes 62, and I don't really want to use this one. But let's go here. We're gonna go to total capacity. Then we're gonna find our open hopper. We're gonna just buy about 3 of these, so now we can carry 705 tons. Gonna come here. Oh, you know, that actually reminds me. I forgot that I need to process the iron first. So we're gonna go ahead here and build an iron processing plant. And that actually gives me a very good idea on what we can do here. We can go here, just take this. We go and get the smallest possible Argeti unloading. Then we just build quick Argeti. We do this, put that right there, and then we can just go ahead and set it to, we can bring the truck down to this. But if we go ahead here and you can't, I don't think you can really mix Argetis, so we're gonna just go ahead and do this like this. I made a bit of a mistake there. This is troubling. We can go ahead and do that, but then how are we gonna get it through there? This is the only problem I have with these sometimes. And they just don't work. There we go. Why you can't? What? What? They're just telling me that would work. Okay, now that that's set up, we can go ahead and just... You're gonna go ahead and unload some iron ore. This guy's gonna load the iron ore, and now we can send it off. And since we have all these semaphores, our trains will not collide. Hopefully. And we'll be able to see because the train is coming out this way, and then this train's coming up this way, but they're on the different tracks. If I didn't have the semaphores, then they could easily collide. But thankfully, I do. I used to not put any semaphores down, so there would be just a really big problem between, like, if the trains would collide or not, so I had a lot of train collisions, and I thought I could fix them by just giving each train its own track, until I finally learned how to actually use semaphores, because I used to not know how. We're gonna go ahead and just suspend construction on this real quick. And let's see. And there's actually some workers here, but we don't have any iron ore here yet, so let's go ahead and check on our train. Yep. See, there's tons of iron ore stored here, and hopefully this train comes back and back often enough to where we don't run out of iron ore. That's as long as we have enough workers. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, no, never mind. I thought they were on the same track. That can't even be possible. Right now, we only have 261 workers, and the steel mill takes a whopping 500, so I think I want to build some more homes. Well, actually, we're about to unlock, prefab panels, which means we can't build, these guys, but we can at least build these guys. Okay, well that needs durable prefabs, but we can build stuff like this, which can have way more workers. These ones require the durable. Once we get durable, though, we can build things like these, which are just they just have way more capacity. I've honestly never liked using these high-quality living ones, though, because they don't really give you that many workers, and they're kind of small. Never really liked using them. Oh my god. Yeah, that would do it. That would definitely do it. Put it too close. Now we can go over here where we can get durable prefab panels. We can go ahead and just start researching that. Now we've made an iron, and we can finish our steel mill. Which now means we can get steel. Why is that not exporting? You have the connection. Am I missing something? Wait a minute. I think I know. No, wait, that's connected to the output. It's connected to the output. Why is it not going in? I have an idea. Weird. Oh, that's it. They don't have power supply. Yeah, that would do it. Building with power in this game can suck sometimes because you either don't have enough power and you've already imported as much power as you can, and you can't run your own power industry, or at least you just don't have nuclear technology, because nuclear is like really the only good power source. Unless you have modded. Because then there's better modded power sources, like, let me see. This one sucks. This is a modded one. It's 142,000 for only 25 megawatts of power. And you could just get 1,400 megawatts. For cheaper. There is better power sources on modded though. Well, there is, that's nuclear power. There are these geothermal ones, which just consume water, I think, but because I don't have water on, they just generate power without consuming anything. I would have turned water on, but I don't like water in this game because it gets annoying. Very annoying. But we got steel now. And once this is researched, we can start unlocking new things. Because one of the things I want to get to is cars. Because cars sell for a lot. But we need mechanical components, electronics, and fabrics for that. So I think before we can do cars, we're going to have to work on exporting something else. And when I was playing one save, what worked for me was just copious amounts of fuel. Lots of it. Because over here is a large oil field. And then what we can do is we can just use a pipeline, bring the oil over here, build a refinery, and then we can just bring our people over there. And we can just export large amounts of fuel and bitumen. Bitumen we also need though for asphalt, so we're gonna also use that. But it's, you know, bitumen also sells for a lot on the market. It sells for 198, but fuel sells for 119. And that may not seem much, but 198 per ton and most of the time you're going to be exporting 500 tons, maybe even more. That's if you're using boats. Yeah, that's a lot of money. One of the best things in the game, though, is clothes. Because, you know, it's 1,200 per ton of clothes. And at first, I found that kind of weird, till I realized that 1 ton of clothes is a lot of clothes. And clothes are kind of expensive. I mean, your Gucci handbag isn't like $4. No, it's like 100, maybe more. Although we're not using dollars. We can also be self-sufficient by producing clothes. We can make our own clothes. Go ahead and check here. One of my least favorite things to produce, though, is chemicals, because the big chemical plant is expensive, requires 700 workers, and you need to give it crops, oil, gravel, and wood, which are some pretty random combos, because you usually don't have all of those in the exact same spot. I mean, there's gravel, we can make gravel from here, and we can make oil from the oil fields and wood from the forest. The crops, though, we need to take directly out of the farm fields. So we need to basically be growing, mining, and chopping if we want to be able to make chemicals. Oh, and also extracting, because we need that oil. Check here. We've got very good. We're making steel right now, but we still don't have many workers here. Why is that? It's not cool. Go ahead and research Bitman. I mean, we have 400 workers available. I think it's just they need to be able to get there quicker. Oh, I forgot to do that. But we're gonna go ahead and start building these better buildings. Let's see, which ones do we want to build? Probably these ones. But we could be building things like this, which are large, but they do offer many more workers. I kind of want to build tall, though. I want to have nice tall buildings. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just build some more of these taller buildings. Because like I said, I like making cities that build up. Not really cities that build around the same level, but you know what? I think we could just work with these. Yeah, I think it's fine. We can just build a few of these guys. I'm not going to use snapping for this one because it's built on a weird grid line. Oh damn, that didn't work. Now if we check these guys, they can actually just walk there, which is good. I mean, this guy can also just walk there, and if we want to make walking a lot easier, we can just upgrade this main street to pedestrian sidewalk, and now they can reach much, much further. Because we don't need to upgrade all these side roads, we just need to upgrade this one main street. These side roads can stay the same. Now we don't actually have to build more cinemas. Oh, that's not good. That is a big no-no. Hope these people don't mind the power lines next to their balconies. I'm sure that's fine. They probably don't mind. You know what? I kind of want to build more buildings there, so we're gonna go ahead and just, you know, set up a underground connection. Whoa. But now we have much bigger buildings. That should make this a lot nicer. We can also start building a little more. I think I want to build some more off into this way. Or at least set up a grid. Because grids are I definitely want to use grids. I don't really want to make it all willy-nilly like I used to. That was, when I first got this game, I was not as good as I am now. I mean, I'm still not the best at it. There are definitely people who are way better at this game than me, like actual city planners and people who are just a lot better. But I still like it. You don't have to be good at something to like something. That's what I say to myself. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna at least let a little bit of people get in there so we can, well actually I do kind of want to unlock that sooner because we have already spent about half our budget on just like this amount alone, but if I built it a different way though, we would have spent almost all of our budget. Like if I built a completely separate city on each different iron mine. Like if I built a completely separate city for that iron mine, I would have probably been broke by now because I would have spent all my money building a separate city. Because then you need to set up all the stores and stuff, when instead you can just be setting up one store in one city. That's kind of something I want to do. Of course, when it comes, like, if you have, like, if I wanted to build something all the way down here, I'm obviously going to build another city. But if I'm building something up to here, I'm just going to bring them there from rail. It's also good to connect all your cities, because even though, like, even though it is kind of far, setting up at least, like, airports, okay, I did not mean to do that, is at least something good to do, because then when you have excess workers in one city, they can go to a different city and work there. Like if you have one city that doesn't have enough workers, and you have a city that has more than enough workers, you can just build an airport and send them there. If the city's close enough though, you can just use a train. Like for me, if there was a city here, and there's a city down here, I would be using train, and eventually I would set up an airport, but until I actually got until I actually get stable money production though, I would just be using train. Because airports get expensive, especially the planes themselves. They ain't cheap. They really ain't cheap. But for me though, it really depends on what some people like. Everyone has different preferences with this game. Some people play it a lot differently than others. I like to play it this way though. I don't judge anyone though for playing it their own way. It's definitely nice to mix things up a bit. Sometimes I don't play the same way as I normally do, and I like to do things differently. It's just, you know, it's fun to do other stuff sometimes. That's not right. Okay, well, yeah, they can't really reach their correct destination, so I'm gonna add another main street right there. Still doesn't give them enough connections, so we're gonna... that's a problem. Gotta figure out a way to get them to be able to come this. We could also just go ahead and do this. So, I was just wondering, would you all like to see videos on maybe Fallout or Halo? Because, I have been playing a little bit of Halo, not as much Fallout recently, but, because, I did notice, people did like that one Fallout short I made. So, I was wondering if you guys would enjoy to see Fallout content. Like, for example, New Vegas, or something like, I don't know, like New Vegas or Fallout 4. Because I actually own most of the Fallout games except for Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, as well as also Fallout Tactics, and I will never, ever play Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. That is just not on my list. Okay, I want to go ahead and purchase a few more buses for an intercity line. Total capacity. Let's see, what buses did I use here? Was it the KRS? Did I use the KRS? No, I did not use the KRS. I used the SKD. Where even is that? I'm gonna just go ahead and use the KRS for these intercity lines. So we're gonna go ahead and connect up one here, here, and here. And then we can just copy this to the rest of the buses and start them all up. Now I just need to actually give them power, or they're gonna get angry. I don't actually remember what I set the anger levels to. I can check. I think I set it to medium. No, I set it to small. I could change it right now, but then that disables achievements, and I don't really want to do that. Because even though, like, I don't need achievements, I kind of want them. Because, you know, I can make cool stuff, and then I can get rewards for them. And we are actually starting to harvest crops, which means we can start making food to supply ourselves, and also alcohol. Because who doesn't like alcohol? Yummers. Oh yeah, you know, I was also, wondering, would you guys also, other than just Fallout and Halo content, I could also do Minecraft content. If you guys want to see something like that, because even Minecraft modded could work too, but I have all sorts of different content I would like to do. If you guys have any suggestions for, like, any of those games I just talked about, I would gladly appreciate it. Because, you know, sometimes you don't have many ideas on what you want to do. I am running out of money. Well, that's not good. We may have to take a loan soon, so we can set up oil industry, but I am actually going to start setting up these pump jacks. Like, just, if it's green, then take it. That's what I do. I want to get as much oil out of this field as I possibly can. No, that's too low. That's good. Let's see. That's in the 40s, so yeah. Oh. Okay, 30 works, I guess. Let's go ahead and see. Any more oil around here? I think that's it. So we can go ahead and start connecting these all up. This is where it can get a bit annoying with oil, is actually connecting up all the pipelines. Because then you just have to deal with all this stuff. Especially in realistic mode, connecting up pipelines really sucks. Because, like, if you're building in a very remote location where you're using helicopters, then it takes absolutely forever. But if you're building in a location that has actual road access, or it's nearby your city, and you don't need to use helicopters, then it can be a lot better. But when you do have to use helicopters to build oil fields, it kind of sucks. When I was playing a realistic save on the Siberian map, I had to use helicopters to build my, to set up my oil field, and it sucked because it takes them forever to build each individual one. How am I gonna do this? ahead and do that, that, and that. Then we're gonna need to bring this up this way. And if I'm lucky, nope, I was not lucky. The game does not like me. Okay, so now we can, I mean, we could just build the oil refinery right here, but I don't really want to do that. Oil. I think I'm gonna set up my refinery here. I think I am just gonna do a direct pipeline though, but before I do that, I'm gonna get the pressurized pipelines upgrade. Okay, see, now that's a problem, which is why I'm probably gonna set up. Also, let's just see. Yeah, there's. So the best store to use once you get to there is the mall or the shopping center, because it is the biggest building you can get in vanilla. The biggest store you can get in vanilla. So we're just gonna go ahead and use that. While it is, you know, like a bit big, we do have a population of 6,000 already. So we're gonna need a big store to handle all of them. I mean, hopefully that'll be enough. Yeah, let's go ahead and see. We're gonna need to do steel material fatigue. Hopefully that researches quickly, because hopefully research is faster than our bank account. Because we do not have a very good bank account. Okay, so now that's a problem. That's the only thing that sucks. Because I would have built a... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I would have built a steel refinery up here, and I could have done that, but no matter where I build my steel refinery, there is no spot where I can't just not connect it. Turn around. There is no spot where I don't have to use rails. I mean, there might be somewhere where I just have never checked where there's iron and coal right next to each other. But this is, you know, this is the coal I usually use, and if I'm building my capital back this way, I'll use this iron node. But if I'm building up this way, which is where I've started using a lot recently, I'll usually just build it right up over here. This is definitely going to be a lot longer video. I think I am going to just keep it this long, and, well, actually, I'll probably just cut it a little bit. I could do that, but I also could just make it a hour-long video. I don't think you guys really want to see that, though. I mean, maybe. I'll give it a test. I'll do it an hour long, and if you guys don't like the hour-long thing, then we can just cut them. I'm just trying to get the most out of this video, because of the amount of time I missed for the last video. But let's go ahead and check here. Yeah, we're gonna set up our oil refinery, like, probably about here somewhere. Could set it up here, but I don't really think I want to. I'm gonna build most of my industry over here. So when it comes to making stuff like chemicals, I can just bring stuff straight in. Oh, finally. Let's go ahead here. Okay, let's see. We've got wheat. They're still producing, well, it's not really wheat, but we've got a lot of crops growing. It's gonna take a while for them to regrow though, but the only thing with crops, you just have to build enough to where you can grow it. It's also they need to transport a lot of it. I mean, I don't remember how much crops you actually get from each field. It's an amount. Why are these people not able to get... There's a shopping center right here. Here, I can lower the price. But I just don't want to be making money. You know, I never actually saw that. Do you make money off your civilians? Like, can you make money off of rent? Is that a thing? I don't actually know. That's a good question. You know, I don't know. I've never really looked that hard into it. I've always seen the price levels on these things, but I've never actually seen me making money from them. Because there's not a thing on here other than tourism that shows you on how much tourists are paying. I mean, we can go here and see all of our stuff. Yeah, a lot of our money is going towards civilian stuff, mostly buying clothes as fast as we're going them. Because we have lots of people going into this store, buying clothes, and it's not moving because it's buying it fast enough to where it doesn't move, so that's why we're kind of burning down our money. And also foreign manpower, like, we're getting towards 3 million. Once we start getting really broke, though, we'll take a loan out so we can at least set up our oil industry. Because in a different save I had, my oil industry was the only thing that saved me from going bankrupt. Oh yes, finally. Now we can build our pipelines a little longer if I'm correct. Still seems a little short though. I honestly am not surprised I haven't yet downloaded a mod to let you make longer pipelines, because it just feels a little weird with the maximum limit you can make pipelines in this game. Just doesn't feel like as realistic as it should, because there are very long pipelines in real life. Very long pipelines. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. Like, if you go and look up in Alaska, you'll see there's pretty long pipelines up in Alaska. I haven't actually been to Alaska before. I have always wanted to go there. But I have seen pictures of pipelines and all sorts of different things. And they are very, very long. They are not short in the slightest. Okay, now that we got our pipeline set up, we can go to here and we can get our oil refinery. We're gonna need to go ahead and put it up right in here. Actually, I kind of want to put it up this way. And then we can bring our road under the... Okay, we can't do that. But we can just remove this and bring it under. Swear to God, if this doesn't work, and it says pipeline's not long enough. Okay, there we go. Now we just need to be able to get our people here. We may need to build a second bus stop, but hopefully they can just come right on through. Okay, let's see. Yes, it works. Oh, thank God. And we do have 2,000 people without workplaces that aren't coming here. I think it's just because there's not enough constant flow of buses going in and out. What we could do, though, is... that sucks. It sucks they can't just walk. I mean, once we get personal cars, they can definitely just get there a lot easier, but I don't want to buy cars right now. I'm not in a state where I can just buy cars. And there's just no problem. I kind of need to make more money before I can start importing vehicles. Actually, you know what? I think I can set this up a little better. We're gonna go ahead and set our Bitman up around here, and we can actually do this, because I want to be able to connect all these. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and set... This will probably be... I made that underground. Oh well. Actually makes me wonder. Oh yeah, no, it's cheaper to put it above ground. But I definitely want to put my bitumen on this side, because bitumen is my priority right now, my priority export. I'll go ahead and set this up here. And then we can just, I want to do another underground one. Actually, let's go above ground. Because we've got a bunch of underground traffic already. Okay, that was wrong. Also, it gives us a lot more breathing room. What? Okay, now with that, we can go ahead and set up a fuel station that can load both of our different resources. So we're gonna go here. Then for this one, we're gonna do underground, so it's not taking up all that different space. Hopefully that works, and it doesn't need me to do any extra piping. So we're gonna go ahead and set this. No, that's the wrong thing. We're storing only bitumen in these ones, and then the other ones will be primarily fuel. Because I do want to keep them separate. Well, you have to keep them separate. But you know, it's just, yeah. Okay, and then with the refinery almost done, we need to actually be able to export this. So we're gonna go ahead and just build a rail line that goes to the border. You know, one of the things I actually kind of forget about in this game is you're not building just a city like in City Skylines. You are building an entire country. Like, the headquarters of the Communist Party is not just some standard, it's not just some, like, research building. It is literally your capital building. Literally, it doesn't matter. But it is your capital building, so it's not just some random building that doesn't matter that much. Like, in the game it does kind of matter, but it's not the most important building to you. Although, if you technically think about it, it is a pretty important building, considering that you are technically building a whole country. I don't think I'm going to expand that second railway, because I need to save money. I'm going to go ahead and get a train speed. Then we can go here. Then we can get some tankers. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I wanna be moving out a lot of bitumen. We're gonna need a lot of bitumen to make our money back. I'm not gonna send it yet because we haven't. Okay, wait. Oh, yep. No, we gotta. Almost forgot. We gotta give all these power. It's the worst part about not just building oil fields in this game, but also setting up pipelines, is giving them power. Because you have to build a bunch of different substations, not just one. And then with your, because you have to build so many, different pipelines, and the electric substation really doesn't have that much range on it, you end up building just a bunch and a bunch of electrical substations. And now we can just... I'm gonna go ahead and just do this on each one. I can go here, lift you up, go here, lift you up. I might, yeah, this is just gonna be a lot of connections. Oh my boy. Now we just need to connect to this line to this line. So we're gonna go to the main power line here, and then we're gonna connect this up. And what? Okay, maybe I messed something up here. Is one of these not connected? What do you mean there's no output connection? Source is not sending, the source is not sending. What do you mean the source is not sending? There's oil here. This guy's getting oil. This guy's directly getting oil. There's 4 tons of oil right here. What did I do wrong? Source is not sending, the source is not sending. There is no output connection. What do you mean there is no output connection? There is an output connection. Oh my god. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Now, there's an output connection. Now the source is apparently not sending. So that means I did something else wrong. Gotta love troubleshooting in this game. All of these are connected. What's wrong? They should be receiving oil. This is literally gonna fill up on oil. Okay, maybe one of these doesn't have power? Okay, this is actually a good way to check it out and see if his lights are on. Nope, they all have power. What's wrong here? That's weird. Give me a second, actually. Oh, you know, maybe I didn't make. Does this thing? What? Maybe it doesn't want to work because it doesn't have road connection? Huh. Trying to search this up real quick, see if I can find any help. If not, Huh. Huh. Strange. Doctor Strange. Okay, well, I think I'll just have to end it for today, and then we can try and fix this another time. But, yeah, that's gonna be it for today, everyone. We got everything set up. We are kind of broke right now, but we are trying to fix that. Gonna see you guys another time. Hopefully I can get another video out soon. Video out soon. But thank you guys, and see you all later.